Hello and welcome to SoCal Prep Report with the legendary Eric Sadheimer. I'm Randy Rosenbluth, of course, Eric from the Los Angeles Times. And we're at View Park today to really honor the LA City Division III softball champions. They've only been playing softball here for a couple years. They're 2 for 2 city titles. Their coach, Lisa Harris, will join us. So with their outstanding pitcher, Janelle Brown, who's only a sophomore. Eric, this is quite a story here.
Yeah, I was here 3 years ago when Natasha Watley came out here and christened the softball program, started from nothing, and it's pretty amazing. But they've always had great athletes here at this school, and they now have a very good coach, and that's what's been happening.
Yeah, led by Lisa Harris, the coach, and Janelle Brown in the circle. They were a 3-2 winner over a very hot Huntington Park team in the championship game. That was Division III. In Division IV, University, we were just out there to talk to David Nawaba, the Laker basketball player who performed that. Well, their softball team beat Rivera in Division IV 10-3. Then you go up into the higher divisions. Really the one game you want to talk about is King Drew, certainly. King Drew out of the Coliseum League, the same division that houses this school here, View Park. King Drew was able to get a championship in Division II. Then in D1, San Pedro able to win its 17th city championship. That's the most of any school in history. They knock off Banning. Banning struggled in this game in the 7th inning. They turned it over in many respects. They turned the game over with 5 errors and lost it 2-1.
Yeah, you have to play defense in baseball and softball. And, of course, Cindy Robles from San Pedro came through. She pitched very well. But Banning had the lead, and if they had played some very good defense, they could have won.
Yeah, Cindy Robles ends up winning 19 games for San Pedro. The story there is the fact that she pitched with 102-degree temperature.
Well, you would have pitched at 102.
But you got to give her credit. But she pitched well, and she was one of the great leaders for San Pedro all year. The Pirates closed by winning 18 of their final 20 games. And again, 17 titles, most of them under Coach Tony Dobra, the most in the history of the LA City section. All right, let's turn our attention to volleyball. Wrote down all the games and matches.
Palisades won.
Yep, Division I. You want to start there? We'll go with Pali, 3-1 over El Camino Real, the number 1 and 2 seeded teams. That's 14 city titles for Palisades. And what's scary about that, Eric, all the players who performed to them in the match, underclassmen. They had one senior on the roster. He didn't even play.
Well, I think that it's going to be too easy next year, and that's when you get into problems. I think El Camino is developing a very good program, and they can possibly beat them next year because people like you are going to overrate Palisades.
I didn't overrate them. I just thought they'd win it all year, and they did this year, and I think they'll probably do the same next year. Laces, which is building a nice program. They got a great hitter in Owen Kendall. They won in 5 sets. This was a terrific match over Elizabeth of Cudahy. It was 3-2, 17-15 in the 5th.
Hey, that was excitement and drama, and the LACS has always been a great academic school, and occasionally it gets some good athletes, and it looked like they have that in volleyball this year.
And they have it in Owen Kendall, who had some key kills in that 5th and deciding set. How about in Division III?
No.
Kennedy.
What was the record?
Hollywood.
What was the Kennedy record?
I'm not looking, but I believe it was 8-23.
Yes.
8-23.
I'm sorry. You do
not.
City
champions.
Yeah, you do not become a city champion at 8-23.
Give them credit, Eric.
No, I will not.
Title.
I will not give any team credit that wins a city title at 8-23. You can give them credit.
How about Lincoln? We'll give them credit. 3 straight over Bright Star.
What was their record?
It was better than that. It was over 500. But they played out of the Northern League, and the Lincoln team had
North Hollywood should have been in Division III. They would have won it.
Maybe. But we'll go with Kennedy for now in Division III and Lincoln in Division IV. On a softball note, I do want to mention Brianna Tautalafua of UCLA, formerly of Carson. She has her total to 16 homers. She hit 3 homers in the regionals for UCLA. They're on now to the Super Regionals to take on Mississippi at Easton Stadium this weekend. But Brianna Tautalafua, an infielder, played third base in the regionals, has played around the diamond during her career. A great player.
Yeah, one of the best in city section history. Just a tremendous athlete.
And her sister, Darian, was a tremendous player at Carson, went on to Long Beach State and clouded a lot of homers there for the 49ers. All right, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll chat with Lisa Harris. 2 years, the head coach at View Park. They've had softball here for 2 years. She has 2 city titles. Back with Lisa right after this on SoCal Prep Report.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. You can't control where it will land, only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how to protect your community from wildfires.
You want to talk about a success story? How about 2 years the head coach 2 LA City championships in Division 4 and now in Division 3 in softball for Lisa Harris. Lisa, how'd you get it done 2 years in a row?
Oh man, these girls have been amazing. They've bought into the process. All we can do as coaches is just teach them how to do it, and the way they bought in was absolutely amazing. My pitcher Janelle, she bought into the process. Of course, she had some moments where things didn't go her way, and she got a little down on herself. But in the end, she pulled it through.
What are the challenges in starting a program from scratch? Because you got hired in October, the players were here, you had to just teach them from scratch. Explain the challenge of teaching people who really didn't know how to play the sport.
It really wasn't a challenge just because they were so athletic. We had a few girls who played volleyball, a few girls playing basketball, so they were already athletic. And like I said, they bought in. So it wasn't hard at all.
Lisa, you played at Westchester, went on to star at Cal State Fullerton in the Big West. The fact that you're a player, I would imagine it's easy for you to relate to the players here, and they were able to then buy into your philosophy.
Yes, they still look at me and if I'm old, so
I don't think you're old.
So I kind of try to have to, go down and I use songs as quotes to get them to understand what I'm saying. It helps, but they still look at me as if I'm 50 years old. So,
Is it hard to get people to play softball here because there's so many different sports nowadays, and softball requires such a big commitment if you really want to be good at it?
No, actually last year we started with just a varsity team. This year we had so many girls that we started a JV team as well, and they're just as dedicated, and the parents are coming and asking what is it going to take for them to be on the varsity team. So we have the commitment, we have the dedication. That hasn't been an issue at all.
Well, where do you play? I don't see a softball field here on campus.
Yeah, we get bused to Rancho Cienega Park every single day. The girls really don't have time to eat before practice or eat before games because we're so busy trying to hurry up and get to the bus. So we go to the park. We don't have a class. We don't have things that normal high schools have. We just make do with what we have.
Does that make it a little bit more fun? You got the bus ride going over there, and the girls can really commiserate and bond together.
Fun for them, yes. For me, my ears hurt. They're singing songs all day and loud. But one thing I can say, they have a bond. And you ask any of them, they'll say, these are like my sisters. I'm asking them, don't you guys get tired of each other? And they're like, nope. Can we have a sleepover? Can we do it? So I think that definitely helps. It definitely helps.
You guys played in a terrific league this year, the Coliseum League. You didn't win the league. Port of LA did, but they were in the upper division, Division 1, went all the way to the semifinals. King Drew's another team in your division. They won a city championship. Talk about competing in the very competitive Coliseum League.
Well, coming from last year where it wasn't as competitive, we were blowing teams out by 20 runs a game. So this, I wanted to be in the Coliseum League because I wanted them to understand that this is softball. Other teams, they're going to score runs. The pitchers are going to be good. It's not like it was before. It's not easy, And so in the beginning, we kind of struggled with that. They played to the level of, it's Port of LA, and they have the best pitcher, instead of just playing night softball. And that was something that we had to get into, instill in them throughout the season. But once we did, the second time we played, like Harbor Teacher Prep is another good team, Port of LA, of course. But the second time we played them, we came out and we balled. And I think they got used to that, and they saw, well, it's not really them, we're not playing them, we're playing against ourselves, so I think that definitely helped with them.
In baseball, there's difficulty in getting African American kids out in the inner city. What is the status in softball as far as getting African American girls to play softball?
I think people believe the same thing, but I believe it's a myth. I think you go to these parks, and I think they just don't know about the higher level, and that's really my goal, is to get them to college and get them to understand that it is more than just rec ball. It's more than just high school. You know, there is another level, and you can go to school for free and do it. So again, I think they just don't know about it. It's not really that they're not committed or it's hard to get them out. They don't know.
You have to be a good spokeswoman or person to recruit these people.
Yeah, that's the goal. And you know, some of the girls, they come out and they see, that's the one perk of playing at the park, because there are other little girls there, and they see Janelle on the mound and they see the other girls playing, and they want to be like them, you know, and they see, okay, if she can do it, then so can I.
Well, your team did it. Congratulations. Hard-earned victory over Huntington Park in the finals, 3-2. Huntington Park had been playing great softball. We're going to have Janelle Brown on when we come back. She was the one in the circle that got it done. She pitched a 3-hitter in the championship game. Janelle Brown is next on SoCal Prep Report.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
When I get older, I want to be an agricultural scientist because I like finding out new things and helping other people.
I want to be a police officer.
I just want to be a model.
I want to be an FBI agent because I get to save many lives.
I want to play basketball.
Author, filmmaker. We need to give these children a chance to succeed. I know I was a foster child. Be a foster or adoptive parent. Share your heart, share your home.
She's the winning pitcher from the championship game at Cal State Dominguez Hills. Janelle Brown pitched a 3-hitter, 3-2 victory over Huntington Park. She's got the championship trophy. It's a perpetual trophy, but I don't know if you're ever going to give it back. You've been carrying that around campus.
I mean, of course, it's a great accomplishment. I want to show it off a little bit. First day back to school, champion, you got to show it off just a little.
That's awesome. The performance itself. Huntington Park had been scoring double figures in all the playoff games. You were able to shut them down. You beat them 3-2. How'd you do it?
Man, just having confidence in the people who are behind you was a good part of it. Pitching itself is hard, but knowing that you have people to back you up always makes it a lot easier, especially with the people that I play with. We all have a great bond, so it's like playing with family, basically. So it makes the environment so much easier to do. Pitching-wise, I have to have all my pitches working, obviously.
Right, this team and this program, 2 back-to-back city titles. Will you be able to step it up again next year? Because each year you're going to have to keep improving to play the best.
Well, of course you got to keep improving because every time you go up, the competition gets harder. So
you're going to have to pitch even better next season.
Yes, of course. That's my goal. Obviously, you never want to be just the same. You always want to get better. The higher you get, even if you're at the same division, you still want to get better. So, yeah.
Janelle, you're a young girl. You're only 16 years of age. You played on a championship team as a 15-year-old and now as a 16-year-old. But you're one of the leaders. It's a very young team. As a sophomore, how do you become a leader at a tender age like that?
Well,
you're the pitcher. Is that by nature? Does that make you a leader?
I mean, not just being the pitcher, but I mean, being a pitcher, it makes you have to have leadership skills. But not just because I was the pitcher made me have those leadership skills, because I came into high school knowing how to play already. The first year that I played here, the school didn't have softball. So I came in knowing that there was going to be girls who haven't played before. So I already had the mindset of getting to the championship. So I knew what it was going to take. I had to show some type of leadership. I had to help out some type of way. So I just had to develop the skills.
Well, Janelle, congratulations. You're never going to give this up, right?
Trying not to.
Well, you wear it proudly. Congratulations on a terrific performance against Huntington Park. You're 2 for 2. Next year, going into your junior year, maybe you'll make it 3 for 3.
Yes. That's what I want. That's what we all want.
That's Janelle Brown. Terrific job here at View Park for the Knights. We'll step out and have more on SoCal Prep Report right after this.
What's happening in LA? I'm Arian Alexander. If you haven't been to the beach lately, now's your chance. This week, we take you to the coast for 3 events to help you make some memories by the sea. Robots are taking over the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium for their annual Robotics Day. Watch demonstrations from local high school robotics clubs and learn about land and underwater remote-operated vehicles. Learn about what scientists use these vehicles for and even drive one underwater through an obstacle course. The event is free and open to everyone. Visit CabrilloMarineAquarium.org for more info. Then, stay for the special Grunion Fishtival and spend a night on Southern California's sandy shore waiting for the Grunion Run. You can hatch Grunion eggs, make Grunion origami, participate in Grunion arts and crafts, and interact with Grunion researchers as well as the fish themselves. After these fun fishy activities, everyone will head to the beach to observe these enchanting fish. For details, go to CabrilloMarineAquarium.org. This Memorial Day weekend, head over to the largest arts and crafts fair in Southern California, Fiesta Hermosa. The annual festival in downtown Hermosa Beach features hundreds of artists and booths. There's also a kiddie carnival featuring rides, a rock climbing wall, a petting zoo, and games. Admission is free and all proceeds from the event are returned to the local community. For more information, visit fiestahermosa.net. There's plenty of fun in the sun this week all along the Los Angeles County coast. Take your sunscreen. I'm Arian Alexander for What's Happening in LA, and I'll see you next time.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition of the SoCal Prep Report, the Southern Section edition. I'm Rich Estrella. We're here at Los Alamitos High School once again, and we're going to talk with Coach Ray Fenton. He's the head coach of the 605 All-Star Football Classic on the east side. And, Coach, I know it's been a couple of days, but what does your team look like right now?
I really like our guys. Yesterday is our first real day of on the practice, and not only are they very knowledgeable with their football IQ, but their technique I thought was outstanding. And most importantly, they were great kids. They were a lot of fun to be around. And, you know, this is our second practice of the day. You're not sure how it's going to go, and you showed up, and it's always a blessing to be around great kids that are working hard. So for us, yesterday afternoon was fun.
Well, that's one thing you stressed during the initial meeting was, hey, man, we're going to go out here, we're going to do this, but most of all, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have some fun. And it seems like that'll be accomplished with this group. What's it like working with a group of all-stars where just about every position, these guys are skilled, they know exactly what to do?
Yeah, and that's what we found yesterday. You know, we didn't have to do a whole lot of coaching. We just got to play with them, so to speak, you know, and be around some good guys that are all-stars. And, you know, they deserve all this recognition, and I'm just happy that they're here, decided to do it with us and accept the invitation that we gave them. And now we do our job and put them in position to be successful and have some fun and make this a great experience for them.
Absolutely. The other side's working just as hard. We'll be talking to Woody Grayson a little bit later on this week for next week's show. Got a couple of bookends going to the same college. You got Tristan Meyer from La Mirada, and, of course, your defensive lineman going to be headed to Sacramento State together.
Yeah, and I think they already have a bond, you know, just because they know they're going to the same place. Even though one's going to be on the offensive side and one on the defensive side, they're still going to represent one team up there. So they've already kind of united a little bit in their friendship, and certainly there's a rivalry there, but in a good way. And I'm kind of excited to follow their careers, both of them.
And that's something interesting, too, because La Mirada, where Meyer went, did get the best of you guys this year in the playoffs.
Yeah, the semifinals, of course, they're a well-seasoned team and certainly a great reputation, and they do an amazing job over there. And, you know, it was great to get up and play that type of competition. And we fell out on the short end, and it was nothing against us. They're an outstanding football team.
And you got two outstanding quarterbacks going to be able to play for, and you've already seen them battle-tested against your guys.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, it really does. You scout them, you know, throughout the week when you get to play them, and now they're on your side. So that makes it a lot more fun when they get to throw for you instead of against you.
That's right. All right, Coach, thanks for joining us for right now. Good luck. Go back out there and get them.
Thank you.
All righty. We're going to talk to Tristan Meyer right now and see what's going on with this guy, man. This guy is a cool cat. In his career, 64 touchdowns, a meager 6 interceptions, a state champion at La Mirada High School. Let's talk to Tristan. Okay, we're talking with Tristan Meyer, and if you remember earlier in the season, we talked with Meyer about, just before the season started, about his experience winning state, man. And of course, you came back this year, got back to CIF, but didn't quite make it back to state, but a very successful campaign for you. Congratulations on being a 605 All-Star.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, 1 or 2 quarterbacks. Of course, your brother played in this game way back in the day. I think back in 2000 or something like that, and went on to a successful career at Eastern Washington University. Won the Peyton Award, which is that's the Heisman, the Heisman Trophy for the Division II. So some good bloodlines here. So Tristan, let's talk to you right now about let's talk about your season real quick. You had a great career actually in 2 seasons. You amassed like 65 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Quite an accomplishment, man.
Yep, yes, sir. Well, we had a great season this year. The last 2 seasons, we've been surrounded by great athletes, had a great line. And just being out there, I was just having fun. Just doing what I can do and just doing my job, and it's all you can do. And we got it back to the championship. We came up just a bit short.
Yeah. So you're going to be going to Sacramento State now on scholarship, which is great. You looking forward to your college, the next level college experience?
Yes, sir. I'm really excited. We're staying in California, so I get all my family and friends to come out and visit me. It's a great place. I love the coaches. I love the players, and I'm excited to go out there.
All right. Now, your teammate here in the 605 All-Stars is over here is Joey Noble from Los Alamitos. Joey, first of all, congratulations on your season, getting to the semifinals, and congratulations on being named to the 605 All-Stars.
Thank you. Thank you. That's such an honor.
All right. So here we have a unique position here. We got Tristan Meyer from La Mirada. We have Joey Noble from Los Alamitos. They played in the semifinals this year. Winner goes to CIF Finals. And unfortunately, Meyer got the best of you, man.
Man, it was just a crazy game. Both teams were going at it. It was just crazy.
So talk about chasing Meyer around all day. What was that like?
It was good. I was smacking him every time, man.
Hitting him late, one of those things. So tell me about, what do you think about being in an all-star game and having somebody that's actually going to go with you, and actually somebody that really matters out there? It's a quarterback.
Yeah.
He may be starting this year.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Both of us going to be going at it, but just going to be friends in the end, brothers, man. It's going to be fun.
That's one good thing about football. It's something that very few people get to go through. And it's like a brotherhood, like wrestling too. I think all sports is in high school. Because you're going through something that a lot of people aren't, and that's your group. You live and die with them. Let's talk real quick about your career at Los Alamitos. Obviously, you were a standout lineman. Your coach thought enough of you to put you on this squad. So what are you going to do at the next level? Are you going to go in as a defensive tackle, offensive lineman? What's your forte?
I believe 3 technique, D tackle. I can play anywhere on D line, but just wherever I fit their scheme.
Mm-hmm. So, have you been up? Obviously, you went up there and had a trip, right? What was that like?
Oh, it was fun. I just love the environment, and it's green up there, and I just like it.
So, what kind of money they offer you? They offer you a car or anything like that? Just kidding. Don't answer that, man. I'm just kidding with you right now. Meyer, I know that you offered you quite a bit, though, man. So, no.
I wish.
So talk about some of your teammates, man. You've been out here. This is like the second practice for you, but what do you think about the group so far?
Oh, it's going good. I'm really excited. Everyone out here is really excited to play. That's why they come out. We got some good athletes on the team. We got some big boys, especially one right here. We got some big kids on the team, and all of us played against each other. Young kids on the team play against each other.
Right.
So we're all friends. But we're out here just trying to win this game.
Okay, and of course, Joey, you got friends on the other side, man, because you moved. You were at Lakewood for a while, 1 year, freshman year, and the last 3 years at Los Alamitos. So big difference in culture too, huh?
Yes, sir. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah. Well, imagine this. Lakewood High School is pushing 5,000 students in the student body. You come here to Los Al, you got about 2,000. So it's quite a change, man.
Yes, sir. They actually have like 4 coaches in the past 4 years. It's just been an honor. It's just so much fun.
To go with Coach Fenton. Coach Fenton, of course, you're lucky to him to land here, because one thing about Fenton, his system works, man. He's been a winner everywhere he's been. Yep, Cypress, won a CIF championship. I mean, in semifinals this year's first year here at Los Al. So, Joey, congratulations being named the 605 All-Stars. And you made a good friend here in Tristan Meyer. Tristan, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you very much.
Go kick some butt, man. We'll be talking to you guys again, huh? All right. All right, guys. All right, so you meet 2 of the guys, Tristan Meyer and Joey Noble, both going to Sacramento State University on scholarship, and they're teammates here at the 605 All-Star Classic. It's the 50th anniversary game. It's going to be held Saturday, June 3rd at Pioneer Titan Stadium. That's the newest facility in Southern California, except its neighbor, Cal High. They're in the same league, though. Those stadiums were built a year apart. But beautiful place. So come out and see them. Kickoff is at 6:05. On behalf of the crew here and on behalf of the group here of the 605 East All-Stars, I'm Rich Estrella saying so long from your friends here at the SoCal Prep Report. Join us next week.
Exploring LA County's trails is now a click away. A mobile-friendly trail locator lets you discover all our county's scenic hikes. It features an interactive map that takes you inside the trail. From the elevation to the temperature, what you need to know is at your fingertips. Wondering if your dog, horse, or bike is welcome? It has that too. So discover some of LA's best-kept secrets and happy trails to you.
Eric was out of town this past weekend. He was in Berkeley. His horse, yes, he's part owner of Brave Helios. How'd your horse do, Eric?
It ran very well. It was a strange experience. Never been a horse owner before, but he's a 2-year-old, ran up a Golden Gate 4.5 furlongs, and he came from 5th to finish 2nd and probably could have won if it was a longer race. And that's the encouraging part. We want him to run any longer race, and we weren't really trying to win. But
so, am I going to have a box next year at the Kentucky Derby when he's a 3-year-old?
No. I'm going to invite you into the winner's circle the next time he runs, Randy. If you behave, will you be able to behave?
Where's he running?
I don't know. We'll see. Either up north or at Santa Anita, one or the other. So.
Eric Sotheimer. Yeah. He's got a pony.
Yeah.
So he's ponied up finally. Eric's always a pleasure to see you. How about this beautiful campus here at View Park? Small, intimate, but what a lovely campus.
Yeah, and a great and rising softball program.
Well, from View Park, for Eric, I'm Randy. We'll see you next week right here on SoCal Prep Report.
What's happening in LA? I'm Arian Alexander. If you haven't been to the beach lately, now's your chance. This week, we take you to the coast for 3 events to help you make some memories by the sea. Robots are taking over the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium for their annual Robotics Day. Watch demonstrations from local high school robotics clubs and learn about land and underwater remote-operated vehicles. Learn about what scientists use these vehicles for and even drive one underwater through an obstacle course. The event is free and open to everyone. Visit CabrilloMarineAquarium.org for more info. Then, stay for the special Grunion Fishtival and spend a night on Southern California's sandy shore waiting for the Grunion Run. You can hatch Grunion eggs, make Grunion origami, participate in Grunion arts and crafts, and interact with Grunion researchers as well as the fish themselves. After these fun fishy activities, everyone will head to the beach to observe these enchanting fish. For details, go to CabrilloMarineAquarium.org. This Memorial Day weekend, head over to the largest arts and crafts fair in Southern California, Fiesta Hermosa. The annual festival in downtown Hermosa Beach features hundreds of artists and booths. There's also a kiddie carnival featuring rides, a rock climbing wall, a petting zoo, and games. Admission is free, and all proceeds from the event are returned to the local community. For more information, visit fiestahermosa.net. There's plenty of fun in the sun this week all along the Los Angeles County coast. Take your sunscreen. I'm Arian Alexander for What's Happening in LA, and I'll see you next time.